Welcome to this how-to video on how to create an output or any other level in a plan, and also on how to link an indicator to a plan. So a plan is structured into different levels, and each level is usually linked to indicators, what we call IUSs. Reporting is done against an IUS, and this is what will help measure the progress of an output, for example. So who develops the plan? So once the country administrator has configured the plan through its type and template, that will be seen in a separate video in the admin section, the development of the plan can take place in the planning and reporting module. So the steps would be broadly, first the different levels would be created, PDO, components, subcomponents, outputs, etc. Then indicators will be linked to these levels. And please note that indicators have already priorly been created in the indicator manager, and that has been showcased in a separate video. So for this demo, we are going to see how to create a new output, and we shall name that output demo output. And secondly, we are going to see how to link this new output to an IUS, the one that we created earlier, demo indicator number, male, female, total. And the one who is going to perform this task will be a country administrator. Let's say the Kenya admin will perform this task. So we shall be going to the portal for this exercise. I'll log in as the Kenya administrator. Kenya administrator can only see his own plan, so I'm going to click on it to open it. So before really creating these levels and linking indicators to these levels, we shall try to understand a few things. First of all, what is going to be handy in this exercise is going to be this first icon, add a new level. So this is what is going to help us to add a new level or indicators to our plan. Secondly, it is important for us to understand this concept of levels, parent-child relationship. So this is the first level. The first level is called the PDO, the Project Development Objective. Linked to my PDO, I have indicators, and then the next level to PDO is component. And if I expand the component, I'll see subcomponents. So there's a parent-child relationship between component and subcomponent. And if I click on the subcomponent, I'll see intermediate outcomes. And if I click on the intermediate outcomes, I shall see indicators linked to the intermediate outcome. But the next level below intermediate outcome will be outputs. So here what do we understand? We understand that the parent of output is intermediate outcome. So now how do we create a new output? To create an output, we need to go to the parent of output, that is the intermediate outcome. And then we say add a new level. So now the system will understand that the next level below outcome is output. So it only offers me this option of adding outputs. So I click on outputs and I'll say, okay. This window helps me to create a new output. So I'll just put the name of my output, which is demo output, right? If I have a description, I'll put the description. If I don't have any, I'll just save. The system allows you to save without. So this is the new output which has been created, demo output, and it will automatically be placed at the end of this list of outputs linked to this intermediate outcome. Now this was the first task assigned to myself. Now the second one would be, how do I link indicators to this output now? Very easy. So exactly like I had done, had proceeded for the creation of the output, I'll do the same. I proceed in the same way for the creation of an indicator. So I would like to link an indicator to an output. So of course, then I need to tell the system that my parent is going to be the output. And again, I'll go to plus. Now, interestingly, it doesn't here when I click on output and I go to plus, it doesn't tell me to create another level. Why? Because output is the last level of my plan, so it cannot give me the option of creating any level after output. But it does give me the option of creating an indicator. So I'll just select indicator and I'll say, okay. So over here, I have indicator subgroup. It gives me this whole list of indicators coming from the indicator manager. I'll just type demo, right? This is coming directly from the indicator manager, and it brings in total. So if you remember when we had created the indicator, demo indicator in the indicator manager, I had linked it to 3 subgroups, but I had assigned total as the default subgroup, hence total coming in here. However, if I want to bring in male, I can easily do it. If I want to bring in female, I can also easily do it. Here you go, and I save it. So when you save it, it gives you lots of other options over here, like score, but right now there is none. And if you go to data, it also gives you this data grid, wherein you have all your disaggregations in the rows, and then you have the reporting frequency in the columns. This is going to be looked at in some other video. Now I'm going to save it. Okay, I've saved it. Close it. And this is it. So my new output has been created, and this new output has been linked to an indicator called demo indicator. So this is how we are going to close this session on creation of a new plan level and linking of indicator to these levels. Thank you.